Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Newegg TV. My name is Paul. Today we have a special guest here in the studio. It's Naomi Kyle. How's it going?
Oh my god. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastically well. You guys, maybe you've seen Naomi before.
Yeah.
She works for IGN. She does stuff like Daily Fix.
That's right.
And we actually met Naomi a couple months ago at an event in San Francisco. We had a fantastic time there. And in our discussion, we learned that Naomi doesn't currently have a gaming computer.
That's right, yeah.
Which
I have like a really just low-grade PC, and I need something better if I'm gonna
something
be playing
and we have like a big sort of face-off coming up. I feel like we've got the new consoles coming up.
Yes.
Right, and we got the PC, which I mean. Well, our audience tends to lean more towards the PC, but we got a lot of people who you know dabble in all areas.
Right.
But we wanted to set you up with something that could pack a punch, kind of give you something give you a basis for comparison once the new consoles come out. So to that end, we've got all this hardware here set up for you.
Oh my god! And I'm getting so much stuff.
But let's catch up a little bit. Since we last talked, what have you been up to?
I've been kind of doing a lot of things at once, namely with IGN. I mean, I've been doing the Daily Fix, and we just went through E3, which was like this crazy whirlwind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure you kind of know what it's like at E3. It can
I actually haven't been to E3. We couldn't go this year because it was right after our Computex trip, so it was a little bit too close together. I've been to events like it though, and I know what that's like. So speaking of which, there's another big event coming up.
There is.
This weekend, Comic-Con. You going to that too?
Yes, of course. I love Comic-Con. Probably one of my favorite conventions throughout the whole year. It's one of the ones I gear up for and I get all dressed up for, and it's always a good time just to be able to see kind of what the entertainment industry side of things, what's happening there. And
there's a lot of crossover there from like sort of the hardcore nerd to like the mainstream media. I feel like it all kind of comes together.
Yeah, exactly. It's this huge community of people who love, nerdy things.
Nerdy things, entertainment, having fun. All that stuff.
It is a blast.
Okay, so let's see. I also wanted to ask you, as far as your gaming experience goes, because I know we talked about the console games that you've played before. As far as PC, are there any PC games like recently that you have actually played?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Steam sale just happened. I'm sure
Steam
you all
summer
know
sale.
about that.
I think it's still on right now. But.
Yeah, so I got my hands on some, Double Fine games. I actually, not Steam sale related, but I started playing Witcher 1, and because I always wanted to play that series, I just never really had the time. So started that, and then I don't know, SimCity's always kind of my go-to when it comes to PC games.
SimCity's out there as well. That's one that has a long history. I've definitely invested lots of time in the SimCity franchise in the past.
I have as well.
Now, are there any upcoming games? Because there's a ton of games that are coming out very soon.
Yes.
Any ones like that you're excited about?
I don't know that for PC. I don't know any big ones that I know for PC, but definitely some of my go-to for console games is The Division, Watch Dogs, and a few others. Like I'm really looking forward to Rayman Legends. Yeah, I saw that one at E3 and I was just like, this game just looks like so much fun, It's like one of those goofy kind of just all around, you can just have a blast and sit back and then go back into it. It's like nothing too intimidating in terms of like story or anything. You just kind of go in and have fun. And
that is the beauty of the PC. You have such a wide array of games that are available. I know Kyle's back over there. He's been playing this game called Hotline Miami.
Oh my God,
and,
Hotline!
I haven't tried it yet, but I've watched him play. It looks so.
It looks pretty good.
You got your Steam sales. You got very inexpensive games that you can purchase through that. A whole wide array of games that you can play, whether you're talking about like first-person shooters or simulators, and all that kind of stuff. So we're hoping that you're going to have a great time with your computer once it's all put together. And speaking of which, we do have a little bit of work to do today. This isn't just going to be sitting here and talking.
My hands dirty.
We're gonna get the hands. We're gonna try to like. I find that if I actually cut myself at some time during the build process, not to intimidate, that's a good sign.
Okay.
That is.
You put in your hard work, and
it shows that you've bled a little bit for the machine, and then you're also gonna have the confidence of assembling it yourself, so that anytime down the line, if you want to do upgrades or anything like that, we'll make sure you're set up to do all that.
Good.
Stuff.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be like a PC master.
You should. Yeah, you will be. We promise. All right. But before we jump into that, we did want to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors, and at the same time go over all the parts for this build.
Yes.
So why don't we start off over here on the right. We're just going to start from the top in no particular order here. So first from Razer, we have several products, but starting at the very top, we have the Razer Goliathus mouse mat. So that's going to make sure that you have nice smooth movement for your mouse. Also from Razer, we have the Razer Kraken or Kraken, depending on your pronunciation preference. That's the gaming headset. Release the Kraken, I think.
Release the Kraken. That's right.
That's Liam Neeson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll go with his pronunciation.
Okay.
Next to that, we also have a huge thank you to Corsair for their sponsorship. So from Corsair for the CPU cooler, we have the H100i. It's going to keep your CPU nice and chilly, and we might even do a little bit of overclocking on that because you do have that option.
Yay.
It's like free performance.
Let's do it.
Below that, we have the Corsair Carbide Series Air 540. This is a brand new case from Corsair. It's kind of got a wider stance, but it's got a really big window, so you can see all the internals. Really cool case, and I think it's not even available for sale yet as of the filming of this video, but it should be.
So I get the exclusive package.
Yeah,
then.
this is hopefully going to be one of the first builds in that case. Moving on for our motherboard, which is kind of the main piece, ties everything together. That is from Gigabyte. It's the G1 Sniper 5, and this is one of their new socket 1150 motherboards for Intel's new 4th generation processors. So. It's top of the range and all that. Next to that, also from Corsair, we have a Neutron GTX 240 gigabyte SSD. So we're setting you up with an SSD. We're going to put your operating system on that, and then you can load programs that you use a lot. And then we're also going to give you a mechanical drive. So if you have tons of movies or pictures or whatever, you need mass storage.
I can throw them on there.
You can kind of separate that out. So. Of course, also a big thank you to Microsoft. They provided us a copy of Windows 8 Pro, which we'll be installing. That'll be your main operating system. And then next to that, you'll notice the Intel Core i7 4770K processor. Again, this is the 4th generation. It's a new one that just came out about a month or two ago. It's really fast, and it's just awesome.
It's a good upgrade
from
what I'm sure I have.
It's going to be
probably
a huge
not even
upgrade
close
for
to.
sure. Also from Corsair, next to that, we have your memory. So this is a 2x8 gig, 16 gigs total, DDR3 Vengeance series memory kit. This is only going to take up 2 of the 4 slots you have available. So if you did want to add more memory in the future,
increase it, yeah.
especially if you started like edit your own videos, I don't know if you.
I'm definitely getting into that.
If you're going to get into that, you can add even more, and that ton of memory is really helpful for video editing.
Awesome.
Below that, also from Corsair, our power supply, the HX850, very popular, very stable and long-lasting power supply. 850 watts of power, since we are giving you an SLI configuration 2 video cards. Awesome. So plenty of juice for that. Next to that, we have from LG. They've provided us a slim portable Blu-ray writer, model BP40.
Now, I've never had anything like this before.
This is going to be a versatile thing for you to have because you said you have a laptop, right?
I do.
Does the laptop have an optical drive?
Yes.
Well, this also does it a Blu-ray drive?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, this is a Blu-ray drive. So you can take this, you can plug it into your computer and use it externally for Blu-rays and stuff like that.
Right.
Or if you need your laptop on the go and you want to take some Blu-rays along with you to watch, you can plug it into your laptop too.
Awesome.
And you can use it there. And it can also write Blu-rays. So
I didn't even know you could do.
It exists.
So,
it exists,
yeah.
and they store tons of data on them. So if you want to back up, get a little archive going or something like that, you can. And then, of course, also from Razer, we have the Naga. This is the Expert MMO gaming mouse. It's got a big keypad on the side and everything, so that should be a fantastic option for you. For Guild Wars, any other types of games like that you want to play. Awesome. MMOs in particular, that mouse is suited for, but it's going to work great for just about anything you want to try playing with it. And we're almost done. We got a few more items here in the middle. This also from Razer, I should say. This is the Black Widow Ultimate. So this is a crazy high-end gaming keyboard. It's backlit here. It's got mechanical switches. I'm actually not sure which switches this one uses, but they're Cherry MX switches.
Right.
And yeah, fantastic keyboard. And what kind of keyboard did you say you're using?
I have like the very standard kind of LG key. It came with my PC.
A bare bones one?
Yeah,
okay,
very
so
bare bones.
This is going to be really nice. And once you start using mechanical key switches, you're going to have a hard time using anything else.
Switching
but that's okay. That's what we do. We try to spoil you. And then below that, we said we have an SLI configuration. So this is the Geforce Gtx 760. This just came out in the last month from NVIDIA. We have 2 of those cards manufactured by Gigabyte. We're going to be putting them together in SLI, so it kind of gives you like double the graphics performance of that. And these have custom coolers, and they're overclocked from Gigabyte, and 2 gigs of memory in each one. And this is any game you want to load up on this. It's going to chew through it. It'll be awesome.
Oh my God.
And then also for some storage here, we have this Seagate hard drive. And for our viewers at home, I would say don't look too closely at this because this is actually a stand-in drive right now. We have a Seagate 3 terabyte mechanical drive that we're dropping in. This one's just here to represent it for the time being. But this one happens to be the Constellation, which is actually a SAS drive. But anyway, also a huge thank you to Seagate, of course, for providing us the 3 terabyte hard drive. And I think that about does it. That's all the parts.
Well, this is a lot.
It is.
I am excited.
All right, so I'm just going to sit here and watch, and you can just put all this together. That sound
okay? Can I have like about a day and a half? That should be enough time, right?
Okay, I'll help you out. Really, all we're going to need is like maybe a Phillips head screwdriver, and hopefully not much more than that.
That's the only tool you need to.
That's really, for the most part, that's all you need. There might be 1 or 2 times where we pull out something
Everything else is just plugging in and out.
Just plugging in stuff, mounting stuff. We'll help do some fancy cable management for you so that everything looks nice and tidy. So when you look in through the window, all you see is the good hardware there. And then, yeah, we'll also help you set up the operating system so that when you get it home, you can plug it in, go online, and start playing video games.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Can't wait.
All right, so I guess let's get this started. And we're back, and hopefully what you've just seen is a nice montage of what we've been doing for the past few hours, which was
building this monster of a machine.
I think it turned out quite nicely.
I think so too. It looks really clean and really sleek.
I agree. We've done a little bit of testing with it so far, but we haven't done the official first boot. Before we do that, I want to say a shout out to Steve because he picked out the parts for this build. So way to go, Steve.
He did. Good job.
Fantastic job. Everything blended in there nicely. I also have to say Kyle also did some contributions here. He suggested we added a little Rosewell cable extension, which gave it a cleaner look inside.
Yeah, better color palette.
And he's also donated a green LED, which we haven't placed in there yet. We're going to wait till the side panel's on, which I haven't let us put back on because I'm superstitious yet until we get it booted up.
Yep.
But it's going to really complete the build. All right. One more thing before we do the initial boot, I do want to say another huge thank you to all of our sponsors in no particular order. Intel, of course, for the 4770K, LG for the Blu-ray burner, Razer for the mouse, keyboard, as well as a set of peripherals, Gigabyte for the motherboard and video cards, Seagate for the mechanical hard drive, which will be installed in one of the hot swap bays once we get there, and then, of course, Corsair for power supply, cooler, case, memory, and I think, which one? and the SSD, of course, the Neutron GTX. How could I forget that? One of my favorite SSDs. I think that's all the sponsors, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm getting nods. Good. Okay. I've made you wait long enough, Naomi. You want to go ahead and hit that power button?
All right. Shall we get the drum roll?
Drum roll.
That was my awful impression of a drum roll.
And we always do this. Reach around the back there and flip the power on the power supply. It's kind of a running gag, I think. Hey, there it goes.
There you go.
Now it's booting up. Now from this point, we have a few things to do.
Okay.
One is to thank the last sponsor that I forgot, which is Microsoft, because they provided a copy of Windows 8 for your build.
Of course.
We're going to go ahead and get that installed onto the SSD. Also, you might notice it's running a little bit loud right now. Well, that was just initial boot up, but we're going to go ahead and get into the BIOS. We'll adjust your fan settings so everything's running nice and smooth. But a question for you, Naomi.
Yes.
Once you get this home, what's the first game you want to install?
The first game? Oh my God. I've been a big fan of SimCity, man. That
SimCity?
game, yeah.
Okay.
Is that a good choice? Maybe Guild Wars, actually. Guild Wars I've been meaning to get on
Guild Wars is a great one. I haven't played the newest SimCity yet, so I know
it's really cool.
Okay, yeah. I'll have to give it a try. So SimCity could be an option, and then again, tons of games coming up in this like fall game release season.
A lot.
So there's going to be a huge amount, and the summer Steam sale's going on right now, so lots of options there. But yeah, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this build.
Thanks
this video. Naomi, thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Newegg, of course.
You are welcome.
You guys were a blast. I can't believe I built this whole thing.
I know. Did you guys see? If you guys are watching, Naomi literally did the vast majority of the work with this. I was like, here, plug this in.
All the cable plugging in and the screwdriver.
She wouldn't let me do next to anything, but it's all right. We still had a great time. And we should say, if folks want to follow you, if they want to see what you do on a day-to-day basis, Twitter perhaps?
Very simple, at Naomi Kyle, and Facebook is /Naomi Kyle fans.
Naomi Kyle
I have Instagram, the Naomi Kyle. Unfortunately, Naomi Kyle was taken.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
And as far as your regular day-to-day job, if people want to check out,
find me on IGN.com.
IGN.com. They can watch the daily fix as well as you do other stuff there too. As well.
I do other live streams and Let's Plays.
All right, beautiful. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Once again, Naomi Kyle, thank you so much again. Thanks to all you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more tech videos, find them on our Newegg TV YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like the button and share the like button and hit the like, share. There's all the buttons. Hit all the buttons down there. And we'll see you all next time on Newegg TV.